off again by bus. Now it's time to visit Bermuda's Crystal Caves. It is Bermuda's oldest living treasure and must not be missed by the visitor to the island. We're descending into a natural limestone cavern, which is connected to the ocean by an underlying network of passageways. Here we will see a mind-boggling amount of white stalactites, helictite formations, and soda straws hanging from the ceiling. Two boys discovered the cave while looking for a lost cricket ball in 1905.
Up above the retaining wall, that's where the cave was discovered. In 1905, two boys were playing cricket. One of them by accident lost the cricket ball. While they're looking for it,
the water at the bottom of the cave is crystal clear. It is partly fresh water and partly seawater. We are walking on floating bridges which span the 55-foot deep azure blue underground lake. Objects on the bottom can be seen quite easily in the clear water. Crystal Cave and nearby Fantasy Cave have become Bermuda's most visited attraction. Thousands of visitors come here each year to view the 30-million-year-old fantasy of Mother Nature. It is a somewhat arduous climb down and back up again. But our guide is in his 70s and he does it several times a day. On the way back up, he stops the ascent for a few minutes so everyone can catch a breath. The cave is about 120 feet below ground level, with this dramatic formation of stalactites and stalagmites, which are crystal-like pointed structures naturally formed out of limestone rocks. The view in this cave is quite fantastic. Western Ireland now, at a place called the Burren, just south of Galway Bay. The Burren, translated, means Great Rock. And this is an area covered with limestone, which has many fissures in it which have broken them up. Underneath, there are all sorts of caves, and we're going to visit those shortly. But boy, doesn't this kind of remind you of the face of the moon?
My name is Lorraine, and we're here in Ballyvohan at the Alwee Caves. I'd like you to come on a journey with me down through the cave.
Now, at one stage, a river flowed through here, and the river channel can still be seen above your heads in the centre. If you look at this shape, you will see it's a half tube. And if you could imagine there was another half tube underneath this, you'd have something similar to a pipe. Now water started to form this at the top of the mountain, which is up this way. The river then, it flowed down past where we are now, and it went out where the cave building is. As time went by though, this cave got deeper and wider. Now when the river came through here, the water in it was melting ice from the ice ages. Our last one was 10 to 15,000 years ago. So that would make the cave quite young, as caves go. But here we have plenty of water and the cave is still forming. Look at the formation up here, which is quite unique. We call this the praying hands. If you look at it, it does look like two hands joined together.
The final destination on our Virginia Let's Visit program is the Shenandoah Caverns. They opened the caverns to the public in 1922. Shenandoah Caverns is so important it boasts of its own U.S. post office, albeit probably the country's smallest. We will descend into the caverns and take a 1-mile circuit tour hosted by the general manager's daughter, Emma Proctor. It remains a comfortable 56 degrees down here year-round. If you've never gone underground before, this should be an exciting new experience. Let's go!
All times, and please don't touch anything. I'm just going to make sure you know there's a sign over there. You are protected by the wall, so just don't break or damage anything and you'll be okay. If you look behind you, those are the original 79 stairs. They were placed there in 1922 when the caverns opened to the public. They stopped using the stairs in 1931 when they added the elevator. That is the original elevator we just rode on. While you're down here, you'll be seeing 4 basic formations. The ones coming from the ceiling are called stalactites. The ones coming up from the ground are called stalagmites. When they grow together, they form columns, and then along that wall over there is called flow stone. While you're down here, make sure you watch your head, your step. It does get a little low in some areas, and just take as many pictures as you like and ask any questions. Go on to this one. Made out of limestone. See some of that right up there. But all the different colors you'll be seeing in the caverns come from 4 different minerals. Those are white, which is calcium. The bluish gray is magnesium. Yellow, sulfur. And then the reddish orange is iron oxide. Any of the green you happen to see is algae. It grows because of the lights. And that's why we try and keep the lights off as much as possible down here. And all your formations that you're seeing form when water comes through the ground, and as it comes through the ground, it'll pick up one of these minerals. And then as the water drips down here, it leaves behind that mineral and it hardens. And it did take them around a year and a half to bring all this gravel down by wheelbarrow loads.
Wow. So these things still growing?
As long as they receive water, they'll still form.
Emma also told us that these semi-transparent mineral structures are jokingly nicknamed bacon. I guess you can see why.
is the largest, the coldest, and the wettest room in the caverns. If you happen to get hit with a drop of water anywhere in the cave, it's called a cave kiss, and it's supposed to bring you good luck. Feel free to take a few minutes and look around. When you're by this rock, you're about 220 feet below the surface. And it does look deeper down there. The reason for that is we're underneath the hill, and as the hill goes down, we go down with it. So there's more dirt above us. As you were coming through the tunnel, you probably noticed a set of stairs. Those actually go up and over to right over here. That's how they used to get into this room. But in 1948, they decided the stairs were too dangerous, so they actually removed a boulder from the pathway. And this room we're standing in now is called Cathedral Hall. It gets its name from the high ceiling. This is one of the highest rooms in the caverns. And if you look straight up there into that dark space, that's another one of those 8 natural openings. Good thing those 2 boys didn't come down that one. Do you guys like popcorn? Well, if you look up here, you see all these little bumps. It's called cave popcorn, and it does have a scientific name, knotty nodular incrustations. That's called cave popcorn, not easier. And there's some more of it on the column up there. And if you look in the right-hand corner up there and use your imagination again, you can see our cavern's elephant. See its trunk, its eye, body. It has a lot of legs. But the trunk of the elephant is also our cavern's closest growing stalagmite and stalactite. Those 2 are only about 1 water drop apart, and scientists say it'll take around 15 years for them to touch. It's going to get dark for just a few seconds. This is called Diamond Cascade. Now these are not real diamonds, they're actually one-sided calcite crystals. If they were real diamonds, they probably wouldn't be here.